Hey everyone, it's January 5th, 2023, and it's time for Rugged, Ruined, and REKT. Welcome to Season 3, Episode 2 of Rugged, Ruined, and REKT, presented by Audit Chain. My name is Tom, otherwise known as Striking in the digital asset media world. Today, we continue our show in the dual format of the first part of the show being about a large project or concept in the news and how you, as an investor, can benefit from learning about it. The second part of the show is the good old-fashioned rug pulls, honeypots, and scam projects that we review, where we use humor along with other people's misfortunes in order to learn how to keep you safe in crypto. So let's get to it. Oh, Solana, you break my heart. Oh, you break my heart. Yes, if you're a regular viewer of Rugged, Ruined, and REKT, then you'll remember me bringing up Solana after a private key hack a few months ago. People panicked and sold like crazy until it was revealed that the hack was related to the Slope wallet, not to the key structure itself. But Solana is back on the show after taking many punches to its face. To say the least, it was a tough year for Solana. From a high of 250 at the end of 21 to a brief low of 8 at the end of 22. As my francophone friends would say, j'entends ton cœur. My Hispanic friends, escucho tu corazón. And my Germanic friends, ich höre dein Herz. I probably didn't say that right, but it doesn't matter the language. The meaning is the same. I can hear your hearts, and I can hear them breaking, just like your REKT wallets. Solana was known for its strong community. I should say they are known for their strong community and vast array of projects. And they took a beating as well. The crash in Solana's prices killed the liquidity and valuation in many of these projects. Loans on value are called in, free cash disappeared, and so did developer and marketing funds. Projects withered and moved to other level 1 chains. And right in the middle of this misery, the hacks on the community projects reached record levels, moving a ton of liquidity out of the Solana system. Adding a few extra stomps on those oh-so-broken hearts, Radium, $2 million hacked. Cashio stablecoin goes from $1 to 1/500,000th of a dollar in 1 second. That's it. Bye-bye. Mango protocol exploited for 100 million of your dollars. Goodbye, Chumbo loans. And not in a loss of funds due to a hack, but due to a loss of confidence, Tether removes $1 billion from the Solana ecosystem. These are only a few examples. But of course, the biggest issue of them all, and why Solana is the project of choice here today on Rugged, Ruined, and REKT, is because of the FTX issue and what it exposed of Solana. That's right, FTX was one of the nails in the 2022 coffin for Solana, and will be a few more of them for 23. Why? Because FTX and Alameda owned a huge stake in Solana, sold lots of Solana, and still have millions staked in Solana's platform. The market is anticipating FTX's restructuring and CEO John Ray's future dumping of that staked position to raise cash, for sure. Solana's Austin Feder told CoinDesk that despite the low price, activity is still there and user wallets are growing. This is a good thing and a good sign for sure. But this mess was not FTX's fault. No. It was Solana's. But wait, why do you ask? Why Solana's fault? They're just doing their thing and not part of the overall FTX and Alameda fraud. that's not fair to Solana. Oh yes, yes, yes. The lesson everyone in crypto is currently learning the hard way, the lesson real-world businesses have known for centuries is this. You need to ensure your business relies on good customers, not financially shaky nor financially dominant customers. Customers that pay in cash or pay on good credit, and customers that don't go bankrupt are key to your survival. And customers that, if they do go bankrupt or just move 100% of their business elsewhere, don't ruin your company. You got to plan for that. A conversation with a friend a while ago revealed that a huge company he worked for was putting their largest and most friendly customer through their credit review process. I proffered that it was silly to waste time doing credit checks and financial reviews when that customer has been paying on time, every month, for decades. He merely grimaced and said, yeah, but what would happen to our company if for some reason that large customer went bankrupt tomorrow? The answer is we would be wrecked, unless we took precautions against that. And that's exactly what he was doing by putting them through the financial review process. The lesson is, everyone you do business with is a risk, small or large, obvious or not. What if your largest customer went Chapter 11 and didn't pay? Don't forget, in bankruptcy court, that includes all the money the broke company paid you for the last 3 months as well. Can you pay that back? In essence, your whale just dumped on you. It's the same here in crypto. Have you ever checked a coin or a token and looked at the top wallets and noticed that any one of the top wallets, if sold, could trash the price of the token or rug it altogether? Right, that's not good. It was Solana's mistake to allow FTX to own so much of the token. After all, Solana did encourage it right from the start and launch of the mainnet. But if Solana could not prevent them from buying too much of the coin on the open market, then, like a bookie, they should have laid off that bet by making a counter transaction called mitigating your exposure, or just risk management. Solana should have put FTX through the financial review process, realized the massive risk with FTX, and spent money to short FTX, buy some put options, or any one of the other many risk management techniques. And they didn't, and they got wrecked. For you small investors in crypto, your lesson is to check the top wallets in a project. If any one of the non-contract wallets is worth a large percentage of the liquidity pool, then you have a massive risk. Etherscan, Polyscan, BSC scan, there are many videos on the internet how to do this. For those of you watching that are large projects, major coins or DEXs or exchanges out there, what are you doing to check up on your largest holders, market makers, or institutional investors? What's your plan? What if I told you there was a blockchain solution to this that, if implemented, allows for full transparency and immutable proof of state of a company's financial position? Or a change between any two periods. I'm not talking about reserves, but the entire financial state. Well, let me take a moment to pay the bills here. This episode is presented by Audit Chain. I want to thank them for that. There are many barriers to a company hiring outside auditors on an ongoing basis. Cost, time to market of results, and, well, the audit companies are pulling away from crypto until a more defined regulatory climate exists. But what if implementing financial reporting software and using common SEC and ESMA approved formats would allow your company and those required by you to have financial state of their entities validated on a blockchain by anyone at any time? Well, that now exists with Audit Chain's Luca financial reporting software package, their Pacioli validating nodes, their open source protocols, and process control NFTs, along with the cheap gas fees of Matic. The Matic blockchain allows that to happen. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. An inexpensive solution now exists for all public reporting companies and private companies required to disclose financial position by regulation or contractually in the customer-supplier environment. It's revolutionary, and it's a disruptor technology. So check out Audit Chain. All of the contact details are in the description below. More after this. Welcome back, everybody, and thank you to Audit Chain for presenting that first part of the show, and really our entire show during this part of Season 3 of Rugged, Ruined, and REKT. Well, this is the fun part of the show. Got all the learning done in the first half, talking about the big story about Solana. But this part is about a good old-fashioned rug pull. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. A classic rug pull in which the owners tricked everybody, just took all the money and ran. Turned everyone from a smart investor into a chumbalone. What do we got here? So we have a project called Snowflake Exchange. Setting up a whole exchange, a whole DEX, a whole thing, a suite of products to bring to people so they could trade all in one house in a good, innovative place. Oh, they're innovative, all right. But let's go over here. They had a good launch. They slowly climbed up. No cheating after the launch. Just a regular old launch. Went off about a month and a half here. Usually these things are behind my hands. And then the product started rolling out. They got a lot of publicity, and a lot more investors came in, and the project pumped like crazy. Well, there's a lot of people in the project, and the money seemed to trickle out. A lot of cheating after that. After I believe a CoinGecko listing also. And then the project turned around and got things going, and price started going up. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, you know, when I leave part of the chart off here, I'm hiding something. Right? Oh, look, a Surtech announcement. Skynet, boop, boop, boop. Skynet is telling us, yeah, there's a problem with Snowflake DeFi, and their price has dropped 97%. And here it is. They just ripped the shorts right off you while you're still wearing them. I can't even. Oh, wait, I should say I can believe it. The people that invested in it couldn't believe it, but I can from doing this show. What they did is they built up a lot of dev tokens and also did a mint function. And then they sold all of those tokens that they had minted, making the project worthless. One of the things that's things to look to here is that in the past 2 months, have you ever seen a project launch without any initial pump on the first day or the first week or anything? They just started out real slow and just went. And that's becoming a common technique, is where projects will very stealthily launch and not really let anyone in the project at the beginning in order to be around a long time and get a track record. And then when they really want to rug people or build the money up, they kind of start their marketing and all that. And it kind of also mimics plenty of regular stealth launches. But they wanted to get the track record and to be out there longer than the 20 minutes that most rug pulls are nowadays. And so that's something interesting to look for. You can usually tell the activity in people's telegrams with the activity on the volume on their chart. So let's go and see what happened here. As I always say, when your Twitter account is missing, what's the time you should have sold? 10 minutes ago. All right, exactly. And what about their website? Yeah, website, they immediately pointed it to Google's DNS server. Nothing exists. In fact, nothing even exists in the Wayback Machine. I found that to be interesting, is that somehow they cleared out the Wayback Machine's archive of it. Not good at all. Let's see, what else do we got here? PeckShield, community contributor, has reached out to us and reported Snowflake Finance Rugged, and they brought up the BSC scan transactions for that, showing how much they took. But let's go and find out what's going on here. Numbers are kind of small here, but you can see right here about where my finger is, this line, 126 ETH. Oops. Yeah, that was just one transaction. Just shortly before that, they tested the waters by selling 90 ETH. Then that went through, and of course, then they sold the 128 ETH. Here you can look in their wallets, and they had $152,000 in Matic just sitting there, and then they had $167,000. I don't know if that was in BUSD or BNB, whatever, after they moved things around. So they took a lot of your money. I think they got about 500,000. Those are only two of the transactions. Let's see if we got another one here. Oh yeah, here's the one with 90 ETH taken out. But they rugged you and they took everything out of it. And what is it to learn from this? But this was another one in which the owners were not really doxxed. They didn't have any true, real docs. They doxed to a third-party firm, OXGuard. And I reached out to OXGuard to see if they would comment on this, and they wouldn't as of this time. They are not an American or North American or European group, and they didn't want to comment on it. Said they would only work with proper police authorities, but didn't say who they were. And so the moral of the story is that generally the KYC firms need to reinforce a person's real persona, and not just take a third party and blindly hold on to it. Because the odds of any police force actually contacting a KYC firm in a foreign jurisdiction, maybe on the other side of the world, and perhaps even Chinese and/or other Asian country, is very small due to time differences, language barriers. Not only that, but also because of treaties, because local police or state police in the United States don't really have an interagency working agreement with overseas police forces, and they have to leave that to the FBI, and that never works out so well because they are overloaded with other things like terrorisms and murders and bank robberies and that type of stuff. So, as I said, the moral of the story, if you're really going to invest a lot of money in a project, you got to make sure, and I say this week after week after week, that the team is doxxed, not just doxxed to a third-party firm. Third-party firms like Anonymous will hold people's stocks, but they also do a real investigation into them. Background checks, multi-country background checks, all this type of stuff. And they reinforce that identity to the community. And it's even more important for the community to get to know the owners of these projects. Unless they're a standard American or North American or European company that has proper corporate insurance and is registered in jurisdictions that have proper oversight. But just another case, people getting screwed, and it's their own fault. But anyway, that's all we got for Rugged, Ruined, and REKT this week. Got a lot of good stuff coming up. I once again want to thank AUDT Chain for sponsoring this event, and we will see you next week. Be there.